So now that you have the task tool, which you'll know by this, first you need to figure out what map you want to play it on. I'm just gonna go ahead and start on Trek 1. Snap. First thing you want to click on New Task. So the task will automatically start. If you press O, this will open up. So how this works is the 0 right here is the millisecond time. As you can see, it's 0. It's all zeros there. And then comma, the input that you want to hold. So if I wanted to go right, I'll do, say, 500, comma, WA, and press load, or WD, press load. And then, if you look through, at exactly 500, it'll start turning right. Now this isn't optimal, so what we can do is we can see here and here 740 comma W. Then you load it and boom. Now if you really want to find the next exact input, you can use the brackets, like left bracket and right bracket, to go exactly 1 millisecond. You can hold it, you can tap, go up exactly down or up 1 millisecond. You can also, if you are here, you can press A. It'll automatically reload, automatically put the input on there. And then if you want to stop pressing A, you would press A again. Boom. Let's say we want to go a little bit to the right more. I can use frame step. Make it go a little bit toward to the right. I'll say here. Stop. That's too much. Now you can just go into here and change this. Now now one tip is, if you're holding something and the next input is like unholding it, the sooner that second input happens that stops holding it, the less time you will hold it for. So you can see here, if I wait and I'm like, oh no, that's too much, and I unhold here, it's 8,000 milliseconds. Now, if I want to hold less time, I could maybe, instead of 8,200, I can make it 800, 8,000. That's still not enough. So maybe turn it to 7,800. Look at that. Oh, still too much. And still go back another 100 milliseconds. And now, from here, I can turn. Now, this is all fine, right? This is all cool. Next step is braking. So, braking and like drifting is actually really hard, for me at least. So you basically want to find out what the place is. You want to be holding before. So you want to be already have your wheels turned, and then you want to swap to braking. Unswap. Now you see this is too tight. You can make it so it'll brake later. Now that input will happen later. And boom. See? Got that. On hold. Now, this is obviously not a very optimized task. This is like a simple one. You can easily do in a few minutes. Okay, so see this? It's too late. We just change the number to make it to a 1. And then we can stop holding brake. And if you're drifting and you want to stop drifting like that, like, so you see how I'm drifting the entire time and I want to stop drifting now, if you unhold the direction that you're turning and press it like right again after, you will stop drifting as much. So basically, I can make it so when this happens, it's just gonna press W for a little bit, and then 100 milliseconds after, it'll turn again. So we got all this. Right. Straighten out along here. Then the next and more complicated step, tapping. So you can do tap. One second. So the tap command is tap. It's over here. What time you want it to start. So let's say I want to start tapping at 20,000 milliseconds. How long you want it to hold, like for each tap. I'm gonna do 10. How long it'll release, so like the time in between the taps, 10. And then the end frame is when you want it to stop tapping. So I'm just gonna do like 2,500. And then we're holding W. So the controls to tap, you can just press W and A, or WD. Remove this. And you can either keep it like this. I usually copy it. And then just load it. Look, see it's tapping? Let's say that isn't tapping fast enough. It's not tapping good enough. We'll go to the bottom. To when you started it, 20,000, right? 20,000 milliseconds. And we can increase the frames holding and decrease the time in between. So we do all this. Now it's too early. So I can just delete the first second-ish. And now see, I want to stop at 22,800. Maybe 22,700. So I'd do that. Load. And then this would put me in trick to Spanish. TASes only last until the world record. So this is the world record, and since it wasn't a good TAS, it won't continue going. If you want to get around that, you can copy and paste your thing. Exit, editor, load any map you want. Like, let's say since we're doing check 1, and then just like put a random block on the corner somewhere. Save it. And if you save track 1 as a thing, it'll be here because it's a main track. So new task. Now that we have the whole 5 minutes to do it, go here. You can just load it. Let the whole task happening again, all the way through, and then so it doesn't. So let's say right here, I want to hold. Boom. Not very good time. Obviously, tapping is much faster. I didn't do everything perfectly. Like, start was not that good. This is a basic tutorial. You can get this down way lower. It's like a 22.9 if you're really good at tapping. If you know all the tricks and stuff. You can also do this on any map as long as you have Wi-Fi. And